boy Ralph, and we back in the shop today. So today I'm going to lay out everything that I did to fit my wheels on the El Camino without having to notch the frame anywhere. There's no scrubbing, there's no rubbing, none of that. When the car kind of flexes, it does kind of rub a little bit, but like normal driving and stuff, there's none of that. I want to tell y'all exactly what I did because I've been asked this question a few times now. Is my frame notched, or how did I get everything on there? So I'm gonna pull the car out. I'm nervous about pulling it out because I don't know how much gas is in it and I don't want to not be able to get it back in. But I'm gonna pull the car out and then we'll chop it about that. Before we do that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. And also, we will be doing the giveaway again for the Flowmaster 44s just because I haven't been able to contact the giveaway winner. So I will be doing it again. And one of you guys will have the opportunity to win the Flowmaster 44s. So I will say, if I don't hear anything by the 9th, December 9th, we will be doing the giveaway again December 10th at noon. So stay tuned for that. And also, man, I'm sick. I got some real sad news. And you want to stay tuned for the next video because I got some real sad news, man. And somebody's going to have to explain themselves. So just stay tuned for the next video, man. It's nothing too detrimental, but somebody's going to have to explain themselves. But anyways, it is what it is. I'm about to pull the Elko out, like I said, and we're going to chop it about the whole suspension setup and what I had to do to fit my wheels so that there's no scrub, there's no rub. I didn't notch the frame, none of that. So let me go ahead and spin this camera around and we'll get to talking about how I was able to fit my wheels on the Elko. All right, y'all. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna leave the car on. Hopefully it's not too loud or whatever, but I'm gonna leave the car on because I don't want it to die on me or whatever because it don't have that much gas. But and I didn't pull it out too far, so just in case it does die, I'll be able to push it back in the garage by myself or whatever. But anyways, the suspension setup that I have on the Elko, these are 22-inch, Forgiatos. I think it's 265 up front, 265, 30, 22s in the front, and I think it's 275. I know it's 275. Let's see. Let me get y'all the exact numbers, man. It's 275, 25, 22 in the back. So that's the width of the tire. I do not have any spacers on here. I will not run spacers on my cars because it's just a liability, you know what I mean? Especially if this car is going to be putting out the power that I want to put out. I'm not trying to have my wheel fall off or nothing like that, nothing crazy. It's just a liability. I have extended wheel studs. And so the offset, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's an 8.5 inch wheel, 4.5 inch back spacing, I believe. The lip is 5 inches. It's a 5-inch lip. If you want to go wider, like a 7-inch lip or something like that, you're definitely going to have to probably notch your frame on these Gbodies because of how they're set up. But I do also have I did roll the fenders. I rolled them in a little bit so that wouldn't have any issues, clearance issues coming out. And then I have QA1 suspension in the back. And if you can see, it's really close to the frame. But I don't touch on the frame like on bumps or nothing. The frame is not notched or anything like that. The QA1s really help the coilovers because I'm able to adjust the suspension exactly how I want it. You know what I mean? Up front, I had rubbing issues at first, but I had to just adjust the coilovers to where you know the car is a little bit higher or whatever. It still cuts the tire. If you can see, the top of the tire is cut off by the fender or whatever. And that's what I like. I like it just like that, you know what I mean? And this is actually a 255/30 22. So obviously the offset is different here. I think that's like a 3.5 inch lift, and in the back is 5 inches, I think, something like that. So no, that can't be 4. I don't know, but anyways, don't quote me on the offset, but these wheels were cut for the car. So I had these wheels. I don't want to, I guess you could say obviously they're custom made because I ordered them low face with the black lip and all that kind of stuff. They were cut for the car. So when I ordered them for 79 El Camino, and that's the reason why I was able to bolt them right up. Now, if you guys are trying to run like some wheels that you bought off with somebody else, or that you bought off of, you know what I'm saying, Facebook Marketplace or something like that, you're probably gonna, excuse me, run into issues because those wheels were not cut for the car that you're trying to put them on, unless they came off of the same type of car. So I did have IROCs before. The reason why I switched it up and went with the Forgiatos is for obvious reasons. The Forgiatos look way, 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 way better, for one. But for two, these Forgiatos fit the car a lot better. The IROCs that I would have went with, I would have had to run spacers, and I didn't want to have to do that. So like I said, this is a 275 inch tire. The wheels themselves, well, not the front ones, but the back ones are no bigger than what I took off of here. With the stock wheels that I had on here, they're actually the exact same size, just the rim is a lot bigger. So pretty much, you know what I mean, there's no difference in what I had on here. I measured the width and I measured the height of the wheels that came off of here, and they were the exact same. So yeah, man, you hear that chop. So when I go LS, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm still gonna have that chop. It ain't gonna be the small block chop, but it's gonna sound a lot better. I'm going for a Corvette, you know what I'm saying, like type of theme, Corvette type of sound, you know what I'm saying? I got the Corvette brakes on there already. You know, I love the way, you know, the LS3 C6 Corvette sound. Now, obviously, I won't have an LS3. It's not gonna be an LS3, but you know what I mean? I can make LS sound pretty good. Like, LS motor sounds phenomenal. So, they're not as loud as these small blocks, but it is what it is, man. It's still gonna be, you know what I mean? So, anyways, like I said, y'all, I know I've been getting that question a lot. If I've notched the frame. The frame is not notched in the front, nor is it notched in the back. The reason why I wanted to fit them without having to notch the frame is, once again, the whole shop thing. I didn't want to have to deal with the shop, you know, tying my car up just to notch the frame, you know what I mean? And also, too, I wanted to keep the structural integrity of the frame the way it was from factory. And, you know what I'm saying, when I do, like, decide that, you know, it needs more, I want to be able to box it. I don't want to mess up the frame. I just want to be able to box it so that it's all good and everything, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and, you know, tell everybody how I was able to, you know, fit my wheels on here. I did actually have to do some trimming on the inside. The fender, you can see I cut it up. It's not the best looking, but the reason why, like, I wasn't too worried about the fender so much is because it's underneath, and also this bumper covers everything up. And I had to do a little bit of that on this side as well. Now this wheel, like, really cuts it close on the bumper, you can see, but I don't have any turning issues whatsoever. Like, it barely gets close to touching the bumper, but I don't have any issues there whatsoever. Like I said, you know what I mean? But yeah, y'all, that's it. Like I said, I don't have no frame notching, nothing. There's nothing on this car that suggests that, you know what I mean, like I didn't have to cut anything up. Now, like I said, the coilovers help tremendously because I'm able to adjust the suspension how I want it, and, you know, no harm, no foul. You feel me? So, but yeah, man, this Elko, bruh, like, this thing looks absolutely stunning, yo. Absolutely stunning. I love the look of this car, y'all. I said, yo, that's the setup of the El Camino. I can't wait to get this LS motor in here so I can cut up in these streets, man. But yeah, that's like I said, that's the setup. And also these the rear end will come out. I'm gonna get a new rear end, so don't worry about that. Control arms and all that stuff haven't been replaced yet, but I will replace them because they are over there. I just didn't want to replace the control arms to put everything on this rear end when it's gonna come out, and I'll just get a new one. You know what I mean? So like I said, I just wanted to address, you know, everybody that's been asking me lately about, you know, the frame notch and how I was able to fit my wheels on here. Now they are 22s, they're not 24s. I can go bigger if I wanted to, and I could just adjust the suspension because I have about 2 inches of travel in the coilover, both front and back. But you know what I'm saying, well, I'm not gonna go any bigger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me personally, 22s on the Gbody is perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? Now this car, since this car is so big, I would like to go bigger, obviously, but this one they're perfect. The car's just perfect to me. I know, you know what I'm saying? Go bigger, go home. Everybody likes the big, huge 26s and 28s and all that. That's not me, that's not my style, you know what I'm saying? Like, I drive too hard, too rough. I want to still be able to keep the functionality of the car similar to what it was. Like I said, these wheels are exact same size as the wheels that came off, just the rim is bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I got my extended wheel studs and all that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna beef up the rear end so that this will be able to, you know, ride out how I need to ride out, you know what I mean? And I don't have no issues. That's gonna do it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I was just trying to address the comment that I get kind of, I won't say necessarily frequently, but I've gotten it a few times of, you know, what my actual setup is for the El Camino. Like I said, it's 22s all the way around, square stance or whatever. The coilovers definitely help to keep the car in line, as far as being able to adjust it exactly how I want it. As you guys can see, the wheels, the top of the tire is cut off by the body of the car, or the wheel wells. That's exactly how I want it. I preferred it to be a little bit lower, but I couldn't go lower without it rubbing. Excuse me. So like I said, it is what it is. It still cuts off the tire. I don't like a lot of wheel gap. Like, matter of fact, I don't like no wheel gap. It makes cars look goofy to me, unless you got a truck or something. But as far as a car goes, there shouldn't be no wheel gap. From the factory, they should look like that. But I get it, from the factory, they don't come like that because, you know, for obvious reasons, suspension travel and stuff like that. And the cars got to come from the factory, not rubbing anything, and, you know, the whole nine. You should be able to hit a nice bump, and, you know, the suspension shouldn't bottom out and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I get it. But you know, to me, you know, the cars look the best with the wheels like not tucked. Like, I'm not a tucked fan, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the wheel being cut off, half of the wheel being cut off or squatted in the back like that, you know what I'm saying? I like a little bit of a tiny bit of rake, just enough though, so that the car looks like it's, you know, like kind of squared, but you could tell that there's a little bit of slant to it, which I think the El Camino kind of has. The Impala definitely has that. My Camaro definitely had that. I don't like the back end like sitting up like that, or I don't like the front end, or the I don't like the front end sitting high or the back end sitting high, like all offside and all, you know what I mean? That's not my stilo or whatever. Like, I know a lot of guys like the 7-inch lips and the 26s and like to squat it in the back and stuff like that with the front end in the air. I don't like that. That's not my, you know, I'm more of a pro touring style car, you know what I'm saying, car guy. I like the cars to sit right on top of the wheels, square stance, obviously staggered with the, you know, the face or a bigger lip in the back, you know, not as big of a lip in the front. And then, yeah. So anyways, like I said, man, that's what I'm into, man. I wouldn't go bigger on the Elko. I would not go bigger on the Elko. Those wheels are gonna stay on that car as long as I have the car. I built this car in memory of my grandmother. Her favorite color was blue. I think blue fits the car perfectly. And the reason why I went gold is because, you know, gold and blue is like a royalty color. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at any of the ancient, like, you know, like royal type of, you know, like people from back in the day or anything like that, a lot of it like Egyptian style type stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of their stuff is like gold and blue and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I decided to go with the gold. I thought gold fit the car really, really well. I was initially gonna go with red and blue, but I seen a couple of cars that were red and blue, and I was like, nah, that's not the direction I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna New York Giants it, but that's not what I wanted to do. So that's the reason why it came out the way it came out. Like I said, I wanted the car to sit like right on top of the wheel, and I feel like I achieved that. No, the car's not notched. There will be disc brakes in the back, so anybody that says, well, you still got drums, I mean, the car is not complete. There's still a long way to go. But yeah, like I said, there's no notch in the front, and I got the adjustable coilovers, which helps it, you know, helps me tune in the right height exactly how I want it. So if you are looking to do that to your car, I recommend getting, for one, getting your wheels cut for the car. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to Facebook Marketplace to be cheap and all that kind of stuff, because you're going to be having a headache. Eventually, it's probably going to end up costing you more, because you're going to have to notch your frame. You're going to be running wheel spacers. You're going to be doing all this other extra stuff. And if you run wheel spacers and you're running power, I mean, you're just kind of in jeopardy of, you know, a wheel flying off. You know what I'm saying? It's just another weak point added to, you know what I'm saying, a car that you're trying to build, and I didn't want that. So for one, like I said, get your wheels cut for the car. For two, make sure you got the right tire size. You know what I'm saying? Don't go with super thick 45 series tires or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that they fit the car. You are kind of in jeopardy of, you know, messing up your wheel by, you know, potholes and stuff like that. But I mean, you got to know your roads, man. You got to know your roads. You got to know where you at, and you got to know, you know what I'm saying, you got to, you know what I'm saying, you got to drive, you know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, running wheels, you have to drive, you know what I'm saying. It's better than running a thick old tire and it rubbing all the time. Also too, I highly suggest some type of adjustable suspension, you know what I mean, like something that you can control the height and the lowering of the car. Because if I lower the car some more, I think if I lower it some more, the tire gets a little bit closer to the frame. So making it higher where the wheel kind of is like a little skinnier, makes it a little bit better. So like I said, the car doesn't rub. Like, I can go over a dip, a bump or whatever, and the car is good. The only time that it does kind of rub is when I come off of my driveway and the axle's flexing a little bit. But other than that, it's all good, man. So anyways, man, like I said, I wanted to make this video because, you know, I was posed a question, and I hope you guys enjoyed the exhaust clips as well. But yeah, man, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video. Before you exit, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, always remember, work hard so you can live free.